Oh, man, look. 50 Cent has just been all over the place. He's just in the midst of everything. And now it's 50 Cent versus Maino. He's actually going in on Maino, Jim Jones, Fabulous, and Dave East. He's going at the whole entire podcast. On December 11th, Dave East asked a question: is it acceptable for someone to create a documentary about you without your approval? How would you feel if it happened to you?
Is it acceptable for someone to create a documentary about you without your approval? How would you feel if it happened to you?
It's like definitely not acceptable. It's facetious and petty.
Obviously, we know that they were talking about the Diddy documentary, right? 50 Cent has been getting, scrutinized, and some people have been saying it's a great thing that he did. There's mixed feelings about it. Dave East brought up this question, and who knew this question was going to spark up some shit? But anyway, Jim Jones was the first to respond, and he said basically that it's not acceptable. And let's listen to this and hear what they had to say.
How would you feel if it happened to you?
It's like definitely not acceptable. It's facetious and petty.
Right. It's like somebody putting out your sex tape.
Yeah, if you want to make, yeah, exactly.
Like
without your permission,
and you're not an actual porno star.
And they do it.
The lighting wasn't good or nothing.
Yeah, they're trying to make you just look bad.
Like, what?
Oh, they caught me on a bad day.
Right. But I would feel.
I ain't gonna front. I think if they saluting you.
First of all, they want somebody doing a documentary about you. You want it to be a dope documentary.
It gotta be dope.
Showing who you are, what you've done,
Put out no bullshit
everything you've
on me.
accomplished. Like, a documentary is a big thing. Like, you don't want nobody doing a documentary about some like trying to just make your whole character look weak. Like, that's petty behavior.
Hey, look, man, I'm going to say this. Not all documentaries are good things. Like, there are documentaries that are solely based on exposing your crimes, exposing the bad things you've done. Not all documentaries are about all the good shit that you've done. I mean, if you've done bad shit, most likely you might get a documentary showcasing your bad shit. I mean, we've seen it. This ain't the first Diddy documentary. I mean, there's other documentaries on Diddy, and it is what it is. So, and honestly, listening to that, I ain't really hear anything bad that they said, man. I feel like they had a respectful conversation. Unless petty is the trigger word, I feel like the conversation was respectful. I mean, I think it's fair game for someone to call it petty because you have to consider the fact that you also don't like this nigga Diddy.
This trip, I know a nigga saying, I'm checking my paperwork today. I get out this money. Damn. Maybe I just been good for some jail.
Listen, Diddy is a fucking degenerate, man. The shit he did, I don't feel bad for him at all. I actually like this documentary. I thought this documentary was great. But if they're sitting down having a discussion on a podcast, I think it only makes sense for them to use the word petty because of the circumstances, right? You obviously do not like Diddy. You obviously have an issue with Diddy. So of course they're gonna have this conversation and speak of it that way. I don't think they said anything disrespectful, but then again, this is 50.
Oh my God.
50 did not like that shit. So he basically said these guys are squatters. They owe $250,000 for the space they are filming their podcast. These bums are trying to win Best Dressed Awards and they can't pay their bills. Now, I can't tell 50 how to feel. It's just how he feel, and it's what he's saying, man. So he obviously took offense to that. I don't think he liked the fact that they called it petty. Maino responded and he said, "Meet Killer Curly, ladies and gentlemen. He helped me get my record deal before, so I'ma always be grateful. And so it's gonna hurt me to drag this nigga to hell. Fuck this problem, Curtis. What has your G-unit G-string in a bunch, nigga? Is it the bitch or the diabetes?" Oh my gosh. But let's rap about it. Now, the minute I heard that they was having issues, right, I thought about this. I was like, I remember that 50 Cent did help Maino get his record deal.
Mind you, I got dropped, kicked off the label. 50 says, "Yo, what y'all doing, man? Like, what's up?" And we talk on the Atlantic, but we don't know what's going on. Like, these niggas, we've been talking for months. He says to him, "You want me to call over there?" He said, "Yeah." "Why not?" 50 call Craig Cowman. "Yo, man, yeah, man, what y'all doing with Maino, man?" Craig like, "Yeah, we talking." He said, "Listen, man, niggas got their movement, they strong. Like, what's up? Like, come on, man. Like, if I could do it, I would." He's like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay." They hung up. They was on my line. Yo, You got a meeting. Meeting, pull up. 50 just called.
Maino is smart by putting it out there, so you know it can't be something that's gonna be used against him. Like, hey, nigga, I helped you get your record deal. How you talking shit? But he's smart for using that and putting that in there. But I guess people are wanting Maino to go a little harder at 50, but I think he kept it at the same level that 50 did. Cause 50 didn't really say anything really disrespectful outside of the fact that he said y'all owe the studio place that y'all renting money. We don't even know if it's true, you know? But 50 also responded. He said, I understand Diddy was a hero. Stay down with him. I don't care if you let him play with your
Hey, yo, what the?
Then act like you don't remember it. Yo. So Maino responded on Angela Yee's podcast, and here's what he said.
It looks like 50 Cent has taken shots at the Let's Rap About It crew.
Smoke. It's very smoky.
He also posted, and I got to make sure I got to see like what's true and what's not true.
Call us squatters.
Yeah, he called you guys squatters and said you guys owe $250,000. So is that true?
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, so you guys have paid your rent.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
I don't know. What y'all think, man? He said, I don't know what you're talking about. She said, so you have paid your rent. I don't know. I was expecting him to be like, yeah, we good. But he said, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna let y'all speculate on that one. I don't know.
All right, now to put it in perspective though, you said
What?
You weren't taking aim.
No, we not making our podcast not going. We don't talk about people. We take things and internalize it. We was talking about, it was a general conversation about do people have the actual right to make a documentary about you, and how would you feel if it was you? But I get where you're coming from. But at the same time, I'm not trying to walk nothing down. Like, if it's smoke, it's smoke.
All right. Well, here is the full conversation of what you guys were talking about, because it was really just about legally, can you?
Right. That's what it was.
And then you started talking about sex tapes, because somehow it always comes back to that. I don't know that that's comparable, because a sex tape.
You got to make sure you like
just put that. Yeah. But documentaries, people can do them, and they do them all
we know
the time.
Yeah.
So
we know that. But everybody panties is in a bunch. Oh my God.
It doesn't feel like this is a big.
No, it ain't nothing.
Yeah,
but
okay.
the thing is,
the
like,
intention was not to come at him.
If you shooting and you saying they and these guys, and you got a picture and I'm in a picture, I'm shooting back, and it's with whoever. It's with whoever, whenever, however.
50 Cent said, I didn't have this on my list of things to do, but if you insist, I'll make time. I'm working on buying the space where you film, and 50% of your podcast, you don't know it. You know I don't cap.
Oh my God.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. 50 Cent has always moved like this, and if he's saying it, I'm pretty sure he probably got intentions to do so. But I'ma also say this, man. On that podcast, that discussion, I didn't see nothing wrong with what they said. And my problem with this is I don't want to watch any podcasts, any shows where people are speaking and walking on eggshells, bro. I don't want to watch no podcast like that. I don't see nothing wrong with the conversation they had. They were literally just talking about something in general. Like, so what if it segued off of the docuseries, right? The conversation is, how do you feel about somebody doing a documentary on you? Documentaries happen all the time. This is not the first documentary in fucking history, man. That conversation could have segued off of any documentary. And obviously it didn't. It's off that one. I mean, that's where the conversation derives from. But I mean, come on, man. Listen, man, I don't understand. These guys just up there trying to pod. Let them boys pod, man. I don't see nothing wrong with what they was talking about. But again, man, when you have somebody like 50 who just don't give a shit, and he like, I ain't playing them games, I'm gonna buy 50% of your podcast. Yo, this is wild, man. I ain't gonna lie. This is looking real bullyish, bro. And Maino is standing on it. He like, yo, I don't care. Like, if it's smoke, it's smoke. But I think this is just, I don't know, man. I think this is too much. That's just my opinion, man. I think them boys are just having a conversation. I think podcasts, you should be able to have a conversation about anything. You shouldn't have a podcast where you're afraid to have a conversation about a certain thing because somebody's gonna feel some type of way. We can't be moving like that, man. So shout out to them for standing on it. Fabulous all up in the middle of this. Dave East all up in the middle of this. And it's like, come on, man. Like, let them boys pod. Shit is crazy, man. They got this thing going with Akademiks, and then all of a sudden with 50 50 Cent, like, damn, let them boys pod. I hope they don't change the way they move. I don't think you should have a podcast where you can't talk about anything because you don't want to offend somebody or make somebody feel some type of way. I think it was a general question. I think it was a general answer. I think the worst word they used in that was petty. So 50 is just on that shit where if you don't agree with him, like, you know what I mean? But, side note, something outside of that, Akademiks also posted, and, he was going back and forth with Maino, and he posted something where he basically was alluding to Maino asking him for a drink.
What the hell?
Oh! Now, I ain't gonna lie, it looks crazy, but that's whatever, man. I mean, the man got a drink from you. Y'all both at the YB concert. Y'all wasn't talking shit to each other before, so this kind of is null and void. He ain't really had no issues with you before. Now, had this been after y'all was talking shit, then this would be something different, but yeah. All right, I did see this from Baller Alert, and I don't know how true this is, but I'm gonna look at it. It says, Akademiks says he's done with the back and forth and has already applied for a restraining order against Maino after their feud jumped from jokes to real tension. Ak told his live stream he would call the police if Maino tries to run down on him, while Maino fired back by trolling him and denying he ever planned to harm him. The drama between Ak and the Let's Rap About It crew keeps escalating, and it's clear neither side is backing off. I don't know about neither side backing off, man, but I mean, this is on brand. I mean, I already talked to y'all about this. I told y'all Akademiks is the type to call the police. So this should not be a surprise to anyone. If he was to call the police, this would be very on brand for him. So, hey, it is what it is, man. But that's where we at with it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this Maino and 50 Cent thing. How do y'all feel about that? Should Maino go harder? I honestly think 50 Cent is just upset that they called it petty. And also with the fact that Maino responded with the photo of him and the caption. I mean, once you respond like that, I guess the 50, he's like, yo, it's up. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.
Fun to do bad things.
Take off the short nail, take off the dope, take off the broken bag. Take all that goods and that bullshit off, and what do you have?